Welcome, Cyclone fans, to another night of Cyclone football live at Merrill Field here on HLTV Channel 15. We have Jonathan North running the camera and Brian Martin and Shane Conrad doing the play-by-play as your Harlan Community Cyclones take on the Sergeant Bluff-Luton Warriors.
It's shaped up to be a good game, Shane, here live at Merrill Field. Kind of a cooler, overcast type of night, but the lights are on and we're playing football.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Harlan comes in 2-1. Sergeant Bluff comes in 1-2. And Shane, on paper, Harlan has the upper hand.
Yeah. Both teams seem to show a lot of offense right now.
Yeah. The main thing is stopping Xavier Ellington off of Sergeant Bluff's.
Yeah, 500 rushing yards through 3 games.
He's definitely going to be the main focus, but, I mean, with this Harlan run defense that we have with, like, Owen Neve and Franz Rice and Sorfinen.
Hayden Soma.
Absolutely. It's going to be a huge matchup.
I'm pretty confident they'll shut it down.
But, I mean, defensively, their leading tackle only has 19 tackles to Sorfinen's 30. So, kind of, if you look on paper, it's showing odds to Harlan, and that's what we like to see if you're a Harlan Cyclone fan.
Yeah, and it looks like Sergeant Bluff going to start the game kicking off to the Cyclones, as Cyclones have Landon and Cade back to return.
And real quick, what a game it was last week, Shane, down to the wire, and I do believe the first time I've ever saw it, a game-winning 22-yard field goal.
Yeah, Nolan Schwery just knocking it through the uprights. A gritty win for those Cyclones.
Those boys got the dogs in a bro. Absolutely. But here we go. Kick away, kind of a short, up-in-the-air kick. Harlan runs into each other, and they will recover it to about the 30.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first kicks we've seen to Harlan's return man.
Yeah.
I mean, a little short, but Van Balle there to pick it up and get a few yards out of it.
I mean, great starting position for this Harlan offense led by Will Arkfeld. And Shane, if this Harlan offense gets this passing game going against kind of a weaker Spartans defense, it's going to be a lot of points put up by Harlan tonight.
Yeah, we are excited to see how we do against the Warriors.
And we already got a flag.
And we're going to move back 5 yards for a false start. Not the start you want, but confident the Cyclones can recover from this.
It was kind of the tail of the tape last week. The refs were almost the stars of the game with all the penalties they threw between Glenwood and Harlan. But like I said, if Harlan gets this going, we'll be able to gain those yards back in a hurry.
And we got Schmitz in the backfield. They're going to run a counter, and Schmitz gets outside but just gets tripped up. He had a lane.
He did, and almost back to the original line of scrimmage, but this is the first time we've seen him bounce to the outside, Shane, and he had room, just a shoelace tackle there, able to bring him down. So it looked like it's going to be 2nd and 13 on the 29 for Harlan. And we saw like a spark between Noah Schmidt and Lucas Francis last week. Is Harlan going to kind of go after that duo, because that was an explosive duo last week?
Yeah, it sure was. And that also gives Sorfenden a chance, being the leading tackler, to save his legs for the defense.
We're going to go in the air here.
Arkfeld with a great ball to Rice.
He's got it. And he's going to be down to about the 17 as Will Arkfeld put that on the money there. And, Shane, that's what we like to say is elite ball placement by Will Arkfeld.
Yeah, what a great route and a great throw from Arkfeld.
That looked like just a normal post to the middle. And Harlan's had success if they throw in the middle of the field. And you saw it there for a huge gain. And Harlan knocking on the door early, already in the red zone. 1st and 10 ball in the 17, I formation. And Schmidt will get the carry. And he's through, and he'll go in for the touchdown. So Harlan, 3 plays.
Yeah.
6 points.
Rough start with the penalty, but, man, did they just come out looking to drive the ball down the field. And that offensive line just pushing Sergeant Bluff's defensive line around.
So 6-0 Harlan over Sergeant Bluffs. And here we come for last week's hero, Nolan Schwery, for the extra point to make it 7-0 here early in the first quarter for Harlan. Get the old swinging gate formation from Harlan. And it'll be good from Nolan Schwery.
Yeah, a few Warriors getting through the line pretty close, but Schwery with
ice in his veins.
Great
Still.
kick.
So 7-0, 10:44 left to go. Like we said, 3 plays on that drive, and they put it in for 7. And if Noah Schmidt is going to run like that all night, Shane, it's going to be a long night for Sergeant Bluffs.
Yeah. Again, that was a nice, tough run up the middle. Had a good lane and just saw it and ran through a couple arm tackles.
Absolutely, and a nice balance between run pass and Shane. Harlan looking like they were in Denison with the quick strike. Big offensive play. Sergeant Bluffs, I think, was ready for run plays.
As we'll have Argueta out to handle the kickoff duties.
And he's been a spark on the kickoff as well, kind of pinning the teams deep, and we haven't really seen that since Stephen Linen, but he's got a leg on him.
As Sergeant Bluff will trot out their return team, and it looks like it'll be Isaiah Jervik and Carter Hayes back to return.
So it's a nice kick to about the 15. He's going to go right up the middle and still going.
Spin move at Harlan there to stop him at about the 40-yard line.
Did that spin move kind of in the air. That was like a Madden play.
Pardon me, that was actually Xavion Ellington back to return. That is the
leading rusher for the Warriors.
The man to look out for on the offense.
That is the main focus. If I'm Harlan, that is the main focus tonight, is shutting down Ellington, because I think he's going to see the ball a lot tonight. As Ryan Hoffman is the quarterback, and it's going to be Ellington right up the middle. That'll be about 4 yards there.
Yeah, stop him for about a 4-yard gain, and good defense by the Cyclones.
As that was Bryce Van Balla on the tackle there. So 2nd and 6, ball on the 44 for Sergeant Bluffs, as they'll put a man in motion. They'll give it to him. And
they're going to get called for a false start, as that looked to be a little jet sweep to Gavin Warren there.
And they'll back it up to the 39. So 2nd and 11, ball on the 39 for Sergeant Bluffs.
And they'll come out in the shotgun.
As he's looking to the air, he's going to roll here to the near side, and it'll be complete. And I think that is enough to move the chains, as that was Gavin Warren on their completion there. So a quick little curl route there will get them a fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 47. And I kind of thought Sergeant Bluff was going to be kind of run heavy, but they're looking to the air more than I thought already on this first drive.
Yeah, and they're going to come with another jet sweep. And this one is to Isaiah Jervik.
And I think he'll get enough for the first down there, as he was able to bounce back inside and get just enough. They're actually going to mark him 2 yards short of the first down. Nope, they're going to give it to him. So, yes, they are going to give it to him now.
Yes, it will be a first down.
1st and 10, ball on the 37. Sergeant Bluff is kind of doing the hurry-up offense a little bit. Quick pass out there to the flat, and Cade Sears got that stripped.
Got it. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete. Cade with great recognition, swiping at the ball. I thought maybe he got a fumble, but they're going to say the receiver didn't quite have possession of the catch.
I saw 2 feet down, and Sears was on that. He didn't even go for the tackle, just straight up strip sack.
Yeah. Not a strip sack, but good read by Sears on the outside on breaking on that little bubble screen.
even recovered it. So it's too bad there's no challenge play in Harlan or in high school, because I think that one would be going Harlan's way on that.
And they'll come back out on second down in the shotgun again.
As it looks like.
And they're going to go right back to the bubble screen for a 2-yard loss. Not fooling the defense on that one.
Nope. I think even if he didn't slip on that one, Van Balla was going to put the hurting on him right there. He had him lined up.
Van Balla read that the entire way.
Absolutely. I mean, fake the jet sweep. That's exactly what they did the play prior, and just threw it to a different receiver this time. So 3rd and 14, ball on the 41. It started promising for Sergeant Bluffs, but now a huge 3rd down. As they'll look to the air again, Harlan's going to get through and just miss the sack, and it'll be complete and just past the first down line.
Yeah, Quinn Kester's bumping him out of bounds.
That was Hayden Soma on the pressure, and he almost got there.
Just barely missed that back foot.
So a fresh set of downs for Sergeant Bluffs. 1st and 10, ball on the 23, as he is the lone man in the backfield.
They're going to run a little sweep to Ellington, and Harlan there. Kester is doing a good job filling the box and making the tackle on the edge.
That looked like a 1-yard loss for Sergeant Bluffs, as Harlan's kind of got the edges red tonight for Sergeant Bluffs. Not a lot getting around on the run game anyways.
Yeah, no, they're doing a really good job of containing those jet sweeps.
Second and 11, ball on the 24.
They're going to motion Ellington out into the slot.
It's Hoffman, the lone man, and he's looking to Ellington's way.
Oh, good job by Joseph Rice there, and almost gets a deflection to his other defender.
As Harlan kind of seems to be playing more aggressive coverage here. Almost like Sergeant Bluffs has no choice but to pass now. And really, with Ellington in the backfield, I don't know why they're leaning on passing so much, but it's working in Harlan's favor. 3rd and 11, ball on the 24. As they'll look to the air again.
And that's a good
Harlan's
push from the
there.
Cyclones, and just going to force him to throw it up.
As Soma and
Looks like Soma, Franz Rice, and
Owen
Neve all got through the line pretty quick there.
Very quick. They had him backpedaling to almost the 50 before he was able to get that out. Fell about 5 yards short to the receiver.
And we're going to see maybe a field goal attempt from the Warriors here.
So 4th and 11, ball on the 24, and it is going to be a field goal.
About a 41-yard attempt here.
And Harlan almost gets through, and it is
That kick
good.
is up and good.
So 7-3 with 7:23 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Van Balla there getting through and almost
Got there.
getting a block.
Nice kick from Sergeant Bluffs there. A 41-yard field goal, not very easy to accomplish in high school, but he's got a leg on him.
Yeah, it's not something I was really expecting after the kickoff to start the game. That was a pretty short kick, but he drove that ball.
So Harlan's first offensive drive and Shane, 3 plays down the field, put up 7. Second drive, I mean, got to stick with what's working.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe we can test him over the top again, as it just looked like they lost Joseph Rice there.
Yeah, and I mean, you really watched that play, and a lot of them played very kind of man coverage and got lost after the line of scrimmage.
As Landon Kaufman and Cade Sears back for the return again.
Scott Dixon for Sergeant Bluffs kicking off.
And that's a better kick from him as Landon Kaufman receives it.
And he's got some room over there to the far side. Gets sweeped at about the 25.
Yeah, almost had that edge. Sergeant Bluff just had one open defender out there and stopped him, but Harlan's potent offense here to step back onto the field.
I mean, 3 plays, almost the length of the field, Shane. I can't really complain on that one. Definitely looking for lightning in a bottle again as Harlan in the I formation.
Yeah, and we'll have Schmitz at the back of the I formation.
Joseph Rice playing more receiver here to the near side.
And Sergeant Bluff going to take a timeout.
It's 7:16 in the first quarter. Maybe they saw something they didn't like or wasn't ready for it, but
yeah, I'm going to guess it was just some matchups that they didn't really like that they saw.
So while they take a timeout, we'll thank our sponsors here. The United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, K&OD Radio, Keast Auto Center, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Polly Jones Funeral Home,
Conductix Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, and the Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Thank you for sponsoring Cyclone Sports this year.
And as Harlan trots back on the field, up 7-3, and this off to a good start here in District 3A play this week. First time as Harlan played 4 straight 4A schools, coming out 2-1. So in the I formation, as they'll look to Noah Schmidt, and
I just can't quite get the edge. Looking for a little running back stretch play, and he just couldn't get the hole.
He had a little bit there in the middle when he cut back, but that closed up in a hurry. But at least back to the line of scrimmage, so no negative play for Harlan, as it'll be 2nd and 10, ball in the 25.
Harlan sends Sears in motion.
And he's going to look to the flat there.
Just overshoots Kaufman on that one.
As he had Eggers and Kaufman, they're kind of wide open on the out routes. And like you said, just overthrew him. So 3rd and 10, ball in the 25. Shane, after the first drive, Harlan, I don't know if Sergeant Bluff just kind of tightened up the defense, but Harlan struggled to get anything going on this drive. A huge 3rd down. Need to convert here.
Yeah, as we'll be in the shotgun with Schmitz in the backfield. Actually more of a pistol look.
So send Sears in motion to the far side as he's kind of pressured, and he's just going to keep it.
Arkfeld pulls it down and puts a move on. He'll get the first, it looks like.
It looks like he just gets the first down, as that's what we've been talking about all year, Shane. When Will Arkfeld is in trouble, his check down, his kind of feel for the field presence is kind of unmatched.
Yeah, no, his recognition and just field awareness to pull it and run, throw it away. You know, he's really good at that.
Only
this
3
year.
interceptions on the year, Shane, but 2 of them was game on the line, forced type of throws, but very good game managing, check down as much, and I think that was an 11-yard run there.
As we'll see Schmitz in the backfield.
And he gets to about the line of scrimmage. So Sergeant Bluff's kind of showing some muscle on their defensive front.
Their interior defensive line is putting up a fight after that last drive of getting pushed around.
Absolutely. But Will Arkfeld gets the play. 2nd and 11, ball in the 36. 5:27 to go here in the first quarter. Harlan 7, Sergeant Bluff's 3. And we'll look to be under center with Will Arkfeld. So it'll be a pitch to Noah Schmidt. He's got the edge there, Shane. He's got the first down and some
Schmitz
more.
with a tough run. He steps out of bounds but gets the first down. As that's a nice little toss out there to get the edge.
Yeah, he was kind of like Sorfin did last week. He was looking for contact on that run, looking to kind of run somebody over. But we're out of bounds at the 47. So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. As this drive started out slow, Shane, but Harlan finding their groove. And if you're Sergeant Bluffs, that's not what you want to see.
Yeah, not at all. You got good outside blocking from the receivers there, and Love to see it, as we're going to go with a little triple option play.
And Schmidt will get about 2. But it's nice to see Noah Schmidt kind of getting more running room this week, Shane, as he's had the potential the last 2, but he just can't get the break free, and he's due for a big game.
Yeah, we're seeing it more tonight. Gotta love the little fullback fake. Sergeant Bluff just got through on the edge, forced a quick pitch, and Noah was able to make something out of it.
Yeah, at least 2 instead of a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 8, ball in the 45. Harlan got 2 receivers off to the far, 2 receivers to the near.
Sears in motion.
And we got a jump on Sergeant Bluffs.
Good cadence from Arkfeld is going to draw Sergeant Bluff off sides. As that'll move the ball to just behind the 40-yard line. And that will make it 2nd and 3 for the Cyclones.
So just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, Shane. It's kind of been all Harlan and this air attack, as they'll put Sears in motion again, as he'll look to Sears' way, and that'll be caught for 1st down and more.
What a move by Sears to get back inside.
And he'll be out past got down to the 24.
Yeah, Sears headed out to the sideline and just put the brakes on and cut back into the middle. And that'll make it 1st and 10 from the Sergeant Bluff 24-yard line.
And that was kind of the big thing, is if 14 gets involved, you're going to have a long night, and he's getting involved pretty early. And
Sorfenden back in the I formation.
He's got a hole right up
through the
middle,
line.
And he's going in untouched. Touchdown, Harlan. So a 24-yard run right up the middle, Shane, and I don't think he was touched at all.
Maybe a fingertip, but he saw that hole, and it looks like Sergeant Bluff's playing a lot of man defense, so getting all the receivers onto the near sideline, there was no one on that backside.
No. I mean, you got to check his jersey. I don't think that thing had a wrinkle on it walking in there. Just nowhere to be found, at least 5 yards away from everybody. But Sorfenden puts 6 points on the board for Harlan. So 13-3 with 3:46 left in the first quarter. As Nolan Schwery, it's up and it is good. So it is 14-3. Harlan Community over Sergeant Bluffs. And this offense starting out red hot.
This offense is just humming right now. You know, this last one started off a little slow, but just really getting it together.
Yeah, I mean, once they found a little bit of room with the run, they saw Sergeant Bluff kind of creeping on, expecting run plays. Harlan hits him with a huge pass play for Sears and then goes right back to the run. And I did not expect Sorfenden to get that free, but he was not getting out of that end zone. Yeah,
no, again, it was that cutback to where Sergeant Bluff just had no one on the backside. Elmer Argueta set to take the kick.
So it'll be a short kick.
And that's going to be a tough one for Ellington to handle. And Harlan just swarms him about where he picked it up.
About the 16, as I don't know if he was expecting us to fall for the jukes, but no, Harlan just went right down there and put him on the ground.
Yeah, Van Balla doing a good job. I didn't catch some of the other numbers, but Van Balla just right there on top of it.
I mean, yeah, he had absolutely no room. Juked a couple times, but Harlan was just straight going.
Sergeant Bluff comes out in the shotgun.
As this will be to Ellington. Actually, no.
That was Ellington.
It is. That it is.
Tries the spin move, gets maybe a couple extra yards after it, but Harlan right there.
2nd and 5. So it may not look like it from up here, but that was a decent carry from Ellington. But Shane, he's been awfully quiet in the first quarter. Mainly they've gone away from the run. Has a look to his way on a screen pass there, and he gets maybe one.
And that looked like Sorfenden chasing him down and making the tackle. As, again, Harlan read that the entire way.
So 3rd and 5, ball on the 21. As it's kind of hard to get your run game going when you're already down 14-3, and you need pass plays to kind of get on the board. As they'll give it to Ellington, and he's got nowhere to go again.
No room to run. That's a bold call on 3rd and 5 on a Harlan defense that is really just setting the edge right now.
I mean, we've said it before, this Harlan defensive front, this run blocking defense or run stopping defense is kind of one of the best in 3A.
Yeah, Brian, they definitely are a stout defense.
Scrappy. Got the dogs in him.
As right now it looks like, I believe that's Dixon back to punt for the Warriors.
From the field goal, I think they might have the leg for a field goal attempt. But this is a short punt out at about the 40. So giving Harlan amazing field goal position as they'll move it all the way up to the 36. So Harlan starts on the right side of the 50 for their 3rd offensive drive.
And we'll see if this Cyclone offense can just keep on moving the ball.
I mean, if they put it in for 6 here, Sergeant Bluff has definitely a long night ahead of him because Harlan will not ease up on the gas on that one. So 1st and 10, ball on the 36 as Harlan looks to be in the I formation.
And Schmidt's back in the eye.
As they'll fake it to him.
Play action.
He'll hit it to Eggers.
Braden Eggers on the.
He's got some room. He's going to cut back.
And Eggers is in for a touchdown.
As he was stopped at the goal line, but reaches over. So touchdown, Harlan. And that was a 36-yard pitch and catch.
Yeah,
from Arkfeld to Eggers.
Harlan, after a couple big runs, calls the play action and just catches the Warriors defense sleeping. Eggers hits the out route and then up the sideline for the score.
The cutback and then the kind of the goal line run over puts Harlan up 20-3 with 1:34 left here in the first quarter. Shane, it's only the first quarter and it's already 20-3. And man, Sergeant Bluffs, if it's not what you want to see early in the first quarter.
As Nolan Schwery bangs through the extra point.
21-3. All Harlan here in the first quarter. So Harlan's offense looks to do no wrong here. Absolutely no wrong. It's been all Harlan.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
The offense, the defense, special teams, Harlan's just doing it all right now. As we'll see Argueta out to kick the ball off again.
As Ellington back to receive, and he had a rough go of the last kickoff. Harlan kind of short kicked him.
Yeah, it was I wouldn't say a short kick, but it was just one that he misjudged. Just couldn't get up on it. Dropped right in front of him, and he had nowhere to go after that. And as Argueta gets a lot of leg on that one.
And he's going to bounce it out to the outside there, but had a lot of red over there. He's got some room. He'll be out at about the 35, so nice return there from Xavier Ellington on Sergeant Bluffs as they'll take over on the 35, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. So if you're Sergeant Bluffs, do you try to lean on Ellington, see if they can get something going offensively? Harlan has had more success kind of shutting down almost everything here in the first quarter.
Yeah, right now, Sergeant Bluff's really only success is when they move the pocket on the pass.
as that would be a read option that was kept by Hoffman, and he'll get about 6. As it was probably a good call for him to keep that, as Harlan was all over Ellington.
Yeah, right now it seems like Sergeant Bluff's definitely going to have to find someone other than Ellington to get the ball to.
And it's kind of hard when he is the leading rusher right now for that school. As it'll be another keeper in Rice.
Yeah, but Harlan's defensive line is right there.
Just if it wasn't, I mean, if Rice was not making that tackle, you had 3 other Cyclones waiting to get a chance here. You had Soma and Neve.
Yeah, just well read by the Cyclones. As right now, a couple plays in a row, Ellington's been on the sideline.
So 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. As they'll look to the air, he's looking to his far side there.
And throws the comeback route, but it's read by Sears the entire way, and he almost comes away with another pick.
Yeah, incomplete, but yeah, the comeback routes have kind of been, I guess, their only completion so far this game, and that time Sears was all over him.
Yeah, again, this Harlan coaching staff does a great job of just taking away the good players on the other team. You know, you'd see Ellington coming in with 500 rushing yards, and he's got no room to go right now.
As this punt to Sears, so that is a nice punt.
A nice long spiraling punt.
That'll be out at about the 7.
I mean, the
12.
The 12, but great job flipping the field from the Warriors there.
Yeah, right at the end of the first quarter. So Harlan will switch sides as they are up 21-3 here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a little break and be back. You're watching HLTV Channel 15.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano D in Harlan, Iowa.
Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. Start of the second quarter. Harlan leads it 21-3 over the Sergeant Bluff Warriors. And Shane, what we learned from quarter number 1 is Harlan's offense, the quick strike, the run game, the pass game, it's untouchable tonight.
Yeah, they are doing a tremendous job right now of just finding the right gap, the right play.
As this one will be to Schmidt, and he bounces.
He makes the first man miss. Great cut. Great little juke from Schmitz to get, it looks like maybe a yard.
They're going to give him a yard. It looked like he got at least 2 up here. But Shane, before the next play, one thing that Harlan did in the first quarter is they brought in a lot of different players. We saw Rise as a wide receiver. We saw they got it to a lot of different players.
Yeah, Joseph Rise splitting out a little more as a wideout rather than a tight end.
So 2nd and 9, ball in the 13, as they'll send Kaufman in motion. And
Arkfeld going to call a timeout.
As
looked like the play clock was running a little low. Better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, so 2nd and 9, ball in the 13, 11:16 to go. They take a timeout. Shane will take a timeout. You're watching HLTV Channel 15.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone sports in Harlan.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
So welcome back to HLTV Channel 15, 2nd and 9, ball on the 13 for Harlan as they come off a timeout in the I formation, and he'll pump fake to the near side here, and he's got Eggers.
Go deep to Eggers.
And he has to come back to it, and Eggers will get the flag.
Mauled by the cornerback.
As that little comeback there will draw the flag, Shane, and that was kind of a heads up there by Brendan Eggers. I don't think he was going to get back to the ball, but nonetheless draw that contact, get the free yards.
Yeah, Braden just could not fight through the man-to-man defense right there.
Once he turned around, the defender just kind of hugged him.
Yeah.
And that'll be a flag every time.
And that will give the Cyclones a first down. And it looks like that flag was on Kellen Benson.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 28 after the pass interference. As Harlan has 2 here to the near side, and he's looking to the air again. He's got Sears there in the middle, and Sears will catch it for at least 15 on that pitch and catch from Arkfeld to Sears. And Sears is getting a lot of action this week, as last week he was kind of shut down, and so far this year, Shane, it's kind of been the main focus of the visiting teams to
Harlan's
shut him down.
opponents have really double teamed, like bracket him. It's been tough sledding, but he's done a really good job for the most part. As we'll see a fullback dive get about 5 yards.
That was more of a fullback explosion there. He bursted through the line, as that was number 43, Brody Bendorf. So we did not have him on the program last week. So 2nd and 5.
It looks like Sorfenden's going to check in for Schmitz.
And the last time Sorfenden touched the ball, Shane, that was 6. So just over 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And Harlan will be in the shotgun. As they look to the air, he's going to go deep. He's got Sears, and that'll be complete to Sears down to about the 21.
Arkfeld just dropping it in there on the long pass.
Now I'm going to say it again, Shane. Elite ball placement by Will Arkfeld, as him and Sears are connecting an awful lot here in this first half.
Yeah, and again, it just looks like the Warriors don't have an answer for this Cyclone offense.
No, you're not seeing any double coverage on the 14, and that's not good. Because Gate Sears is going to make you pay for it.
Yeah, Cade lined up in the slot right now. Schmidt's in the back of the eye.
So they're going to give it to Schmidt, and he's got the outside. He's got some room.
Those Cyclones are just doing a really good job of setting the edge right now. As Schmidt's had a lot of green out there, everybody getting out around, setting the blocks. And Schmitz takes it for, it looks like about a 9-yard gain.
As one sign over there says first, this one says second. As they are going to put it 2nd and 1 for the Cyclones. Ball on the 22. With just over 9 minutes to go here in the first half. As it's going to be Sorfenden up the middle, and again, he's going to get to the edge. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Sorfenden just showing the quick feet, making some cuts, and
he started
into greener pastures.
Started in the middle of the field, ends in the corner. I think maybe everybody on the defense touched him, still couldn't bring him down. Sorfenden puts it in for 6. And Harlan, 27-3, 9:02 left here in the second quarter. And it's kind of hard to say this, Shane, but Cyclone's offense is, I mean, you're just not stopping it if you're the Warriors.
Yeah, not tonight. The Cyclone offense just has the Warriors number.
Yeah,
That's all there is to it. It seems like when we get outside of the red zone, the Warriors defense does a little bit better job on the run, but once we get near sniffing that end zone, the O-line for the Cyclones just pushing the D-line around.
And usually it's kind of like it flip-flops. It's harder to move the ball in the red zone offensively, and Harlan has no trouble doing that, whether it's run. We haven't seen a pass yet, but we've seen now 3 running backs between Bendorf and Sorfinen and Schmidt touch the ball, and they've all at least got 4 to 5 yards of carry.
And
Sorfinen more.
And they are all running with some fire tonight.
They are. As the last couple games, we have not seen Harlan's run offense kind of get off to a good start. It's been consistent, but we have not seen the explosive down the field running that we're seeing tonight. And that is what you want to see the first week of district play.
As, again, Elmer Argueta coming out to take the kick for the Cyclones. And a nice line drive from Argueta into the end zone.
And that'll be a touchback. I do believe that's his first touchback of the season.
Nice. Unless they had some against Denison, they did not have any last week. Nice driven kick from Elmer there.
And pinning this offense that's for the Warriors that's had trouble getting anything going on the ground, which is really surprising. But pinning them deep in the 20, and they have to make up a lot of points, Shane, and a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, they're going to need to get something going quick. 9 minutes left in the second quarter, down 25 points. They're going to have to figure it out.
As this is a nice run up the middle, but strong tackles.
But Van Balla coming in and laying the wood to Ellington.
And then you had Franz Rice over top there. 2nd and 6. Ball and 24 for the Warriors. As Hoffman and Ellington are in the backfield. As it will be Ellington, and he just gets tripped up a little bit past the line. So maybe 1, as they're going to say 3rd and 6, so he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And we have an injured Cyclone. Actually, the helmets got stuck together. So no injury. We had...
Much happier to hear that than an injury.
We had 2 Cyclones with kind of the same mindset almost as the helmets touch, as they get that squared away, and it is 3rd and 6, ball in the 24. Just over 8 minutes by the time this ball is snapped.
As the Warriors in the shotgun. And they're going to go with the pass.
And that'll be complete.
And that was just happened to go the wrong way. Kaufman in great position there, just couldn't get the ball out of the receiver's hands.
He got the hand up too late, which usually you can kind of like push it out a little bit, but wasn't able to do that on that play. So it's a fresh set of downs for the Warriors. And we'll see what they do this time. Fresh set of downs. Are they going to go Ellington? And that's exactly what they'll do. And he's finally got some room and enough for the first down.
Yeah, brought down by, it looked like Weston Rise on that one. As Ellington had his first sniff of open field there.
Yeah, he's been quiet all first quarter. Second quarter, he's finally getting a little bit of running room and enough to gain at least 11 on that play. So 1st and 10, ball on the 49 for the Warriors, as they'll go back to Ellington, and he'll get about 4 on this play. Usually down 25, Shane, you're going to see kind of more of a pass offense, but the Warriors are kind of finding something with the run game here. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're finding something with the run game, but you got the clock constantly going.
Yeah, they definitely need an explosive run play. I'm sure they'll take these 10-yard gains, but if they're trying to come back, they need something a little more explosive.
As this will be fake to Ellington. He's going to go to the far side and
underthrow his receiver by about 10 yards. Good coverage out there by Kaufman, and Van Balla and Franz Reis had good pressure on the quarterback there.
And Hoffman just sent it to the sideline.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6 right now, as the Warriors try to get the play in.
As they are in the shotgun, and this is where they kind of like to see the read option, and we will have a whistle and a timeout for Sergeant Bluffs. So 6:26 left to go. Harlan 28, Sergeant Bluffs 3. They will take a timeout, and Shane will take a timeout. You're watching HLTV Channel 15. Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. 6:26 left to go here in the first half. Harlan leads it 28-3, and this is a big 3rd down for the Warriors. They need to convert here to kind of keep something alive to kind of get points before the second half.
Yeah, and they're going to go with a little jet sweep out of the pistol.
Yeah.
And Harlan is shutting it down.
I think they got back to the line, and they did. 4th and 6th on the 47. So not the offensive drive you want if you're the Warriors, because you need points. And Shane, that was a lot of running, and now the clock's still going. Now under 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and he's been kind of inconsistent on his punts. One went like 15 yards, and then the last one,
as this one will be out of bounds off to the far side there.
Yeah.
As they'll put it down to the 22. So decent kind of punt there, but Harlan, it kind of doesn't matter where they start right now with this offense. This offense is going to go down the field and put 6 on the board. We have yet to have an offensive drive where we're not putting points up.
Yeah, it is just a potent offense tonight.
No doubt. So 1st and 10, ball in the 22. Harlan in the I formation. Arkfeld under center. As he'll roll out here, he's looking for Eggers. And Eggers has to come back, and it is
you're going to say it hit the ground. I thought maybe he got that one.
Well, we had the back turn, so it looked complete to us, but...
Yeah, Eggers putting on a little bit of a double move, faking like a short ball and getting past the defender.
Because he kind of outran the route, had to come back a little bit. Still a catchable ball from Will Arkfeld. So 2nd and 10, ball in the 22, and kind of surprising to see Harlan kind of go to the air there, but they've caught him napping all game, so if it's not broke, don't fix it. So 2nd and 10, ball in the 22, Arkfeld under center.
Schmitz in the single back, and they'll run a little bit of a counter. Schmitz bouncing off a couple, gets back to the line about.
He kind of takes a beating out there every time he takes the handoff. Looks for contact. Unfortunately, that's kind of what you have. That's kind of the name of the game if you're the running back, you're the man in the trenches.
Yeah, and Schmidt's doing a really good job of just constantly falling forward, too.
Keep the legs moving. So 3rd and 10. Ball on the 22 as Harlan is in danger of having an offensive drive that doesn't result in points here. As they'll look to the air, he's got Eggers there.
I believe that was Kaufman.
It was Kaufman. But not enough for the first down.
Yeah, going to be a few yards short of the first down.
As it looks like Harlan will send out the punt unit for the first time tonight. And that's always a good feeling when there's 4:30 left to go in the second quarter, and this is the first time your punting unit sees the field.
Yeah, never a bad sign. And Franz Rice handles the punting duties. Not often you see offensive linemen and defensive linemen handling those.
So just over 4 minutes as it'll be blocked for the Warriors as they got back there in a hurry, Shane.
Yeah, that was 44. Joe Hardy looked like he ran untouched.
So 1st and 10, ball on, I do believe, the 34 for the Warriors. So good field position for the Sergeant Bluffs, down 25 with 4:02 left here in the first half. Good field position when you need points before the first half ends.
And they'll come out in the shotgun. Ellington flanking the quarterback. Little fake.
As he just gets that away as
Joseph Rice and Franz Rice back there. Joseph handling the hitting on the quarterback as he's letting go of the ball.
Hoffman got up a little slow there as both Harlan defenders met him right as he let go of that. So 2nd and 10, ball on the 34 for Sergeant Bluffs, as might give you a happy feet after you take a hit like that.
Yeah, we saw week 1, LC, their quarterback took a hit, and he just wasn't the same after it.
As that was Ellington.
Ellington puts one move on, but gets tackled about at the line of scrimmage. Maybe 1 yard gain. Harlan's defense is just swarming to the ball right now, though.
Yeah, they're getting through the line, getting to the quarterback, stopping the run before it gets too far downfield. As Hoffman will roll out to the far side there, and that'll be complete.
Cade Sears comes up and pops the receiver on the catch.
As it will be complete, but yes, like you said, he takes a shot after that one, and Hoffman kind of let him high on that one.
Yeah, that receiver went nowhere in a hurry. As big 4th down here is Sergeant Bluff going to leave the offense out.
So 4th and 4, ball on the 28.
And they are going to catch Hayden Soma with a hard count.
So unfortunately that will move the chains for the Warriors, as Harlan had some momentum there, but just a quick jump. And the Warriors kind of get new life here right before the half.
Again, the Warriors seem to be struggling to get the play calls in. We're at 10 seconds. They haven't even run to the line yet. Probably going to have to waste a timeout unless they go real quick.
As they will just get the play off, as he's looking to the end zone and incomplete.
Erlenmeyer on the coverage there, just waving a hand in front. He was tight. That was not a bad throw, but Erlenmeyer doing enough to break up the pass.
The defense did just enough on that one, kind of just a quick little distraction, interference in and out of the hands of the receiver. So 2nd and 10, ball in the 23 for Sergeant Bluffs. As we got a little delay here. Sergeant Bluffs play calling just kind of seems to just kind of trail on to where they don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, they are struggling to get it in, and this is going to be a keeper for Hoffman around the far edge, and he'll get about 8, it looks like.
As that kind of looked like a busted play, turn it into something at least.
As we will have 3rd and 2 for the Warriors.
Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And Shane, this is kind of the longest this Cyclone defense has been on the field tonight, as Sergeant Bluffs has finally been able to put a decent offensive drive going, but still no points on the board yet. 3rd and 2.
Again, play clock winding down on this one again.
As they just get it off again, and it'll be a read option up the middle.
Yeah, I think they might spot him just a tad short on that one.
As the line judge over here is at the line, so it will be short. So 4th and 1, they say 4th and 2 for the Warriors, as they had a huge 41-yard field goal before. Shane, I would take the points, kind of get something going, but the offense is still on the field. And this is a huge 4th down for the Cyclones.
As it's going to be a run all the way, and the Cyclones get through and strip the ball.
And Rise will be there.
Regardless of who recovers it, it's Cyclone football.
As Rise will get the ball. So Harlan
predicting run all the way there and just bullying the Warriors' offensive line.
As Xavion Ellington was the back on that one, and Harlan was, half of the Harlan's defense was going for the ball, the other one was going for the tackle, and wound up with a huge turnover right before the half. 1:09 to go. Harlan takes over on the 18. And if you're Harlan, do you try something big here before the first half, or do you just run it out, go into halftime with a 28-3 lead, as they are looking to the air?
They'll find Seards
right open in the middle,
making a couple people miss,
as he's still going out at about almost the 50, as that was a nice little crossing route for Gade Sears, and they're leaving him wide open in the middle of the field. And Harlan and Will Arkfeld and Harlan are just taking advantage of that big time. Huge play for the Cyclones, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, another huge throw from Arkfeld. He's just dotting this Warriors defense up.
Put it right on the numbers for a first down and more. Elite ball placement by Will Arkfeld all night. As he looks to the air again, Harlan trying to get some points before the half is over.
As Joseph Rise makes the catch and gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
52 seconds, and that'll be a fresh set of downs again. So Harlan, all gas here.
Yeah, this Harlan offense just trying to make a statement right now.
Up 28-3, not running the ball, trying to get some big momentum right before halftime, trying to put it in for 6 more. And for this Warriors defense, they're kind of still confused at the line.
And Eggers has them beat deep, but we're going to go Sears on a little in route.
And that is at least
another
a 15.
first down.
Almost 20-yard gain there. Harlan will do the hurry-up offense. So 1st and 10, ball on the 22. And if you have this Warriors defense on their heels,
as Arkfeld just going to spike it to stop the clock.
Because you would have liked to see something kind of go over the top there, maybe a fake spike, but Harlan stops the clock. Kind of get a new play, some fresh players here. So 1st and 10, ball on the 22 for the Cyclones. As this pass play, this drive, Shane, is just, these receivers aren't even, there's nobody around them by the time they catch the ball.
Yeah, Harlan receivers just running great routes right now.
As Harlan will look to the middle, and that'll be incomplete as it was tipped.
Joe Hardy just sitting in the middle. He is 6'3", so tough little window to put it over him.
Not sure if Will Arkfeld even saw him. I think he was just thinking 6 there. Saw Rise had his man beat. So 37 seconds to go here. 3rd and 10, ball in the 22 for Harlan. As they'll look to the air yet again, as it'll be to Rise.
Joseph Rise absolutely wide open. Not a defender really in sight there.
And that'll be a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 9. So 1st and goal for the Cyclones.
And these Cyclones are pretty heads up right now, getting out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, good out routes to the sidelines. And Shane, I mean, this kind of like a 2-minute drill offense for Harlan. It's been all pass, no run plays on this drive. 1st and 9, ball on the 9. And Harlan knocking on the door before the end of the first half, and he's looking to Sears in the corner of the end zone.
And
touchdown!
He's got him.
Touchdown, Harlan.
What a throw from Arkfeld and a nice fade route from
He
Sears.
just kind of put it up for grabs, and I think the defender kind of gave up, lost the ball. Sears had it right there in the back of the end zone.
What do we call that, Brian?
Elite ball placement from Will Arkfeld. Never get tired of saying that or hearing it. 34-3, all Harlan.
As we got Schwery on to kick the extra point.
As the kick is up, and it is good. So 35-3. Shane, what did the kids say today? No curveball, no changeup, just gas, and it's been all gas for Harlan in the first half, 35-3. And Sergeant Bluff's got to think of something in the halftime coming out. I do believe they get the ball coming out after the break.
They do.
One thing for Sergeant Bluff's is if you stop the past the second half, you've got Harlan's run game that's been on it all night as well. I mean, with Sorfinen breaking off huge ones, Noah Schmidt kind of having his best game of the year. So it's really, what do you do to stop this offense?
Yeah, right now I'm not sure if Sergeant Bluff can stop this offense.
I don't think so. I think in the second half we will be kind of looking at a continuous clock and some of these second-string kids getting some play time. As we got a squib kick there. As I think Harlan was trying to catch Sergeant Bluff. As though looks like they're going to re-kick it.
Yeah, I think they're whistling Cyclones for offsides on the kick. I'm not sure why we're accepting that penalty if we're Sergeant Bluff. Because
I would have taken the yards.
Now we get another chance to kick it deep.
Instead of starting on almost the 50, you have a chance now to start at the 20, and I do think Sergeant Bluffs will just kind of run out the clock, and
the Cyclones going with the same type of kick, and
looks like they jumped on it. As Sergeant
Bluff comes up with the ball.
Man, that was pretty close, as that was Dallas McDowell diving in there for Harlan, and it looked like he had it, but Sergeant Bluffs wrestled it away. So taking over on the 37. So 1st and 10 for Sergeant Bluffs.
And you got to think they just want to get out of the half at this point, right?
I would imagine so.
I mean, they're coming out in the shotgun, so you never know.
As this will be a read option, and Ellington off to the far side there, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
This Cyclone defense, just quick to the ball tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Their main focus was Ellington, and you can kind of see where their focus all week to kind of prep for this game is shutting down Ellington. And in the first half, Shane, they did just that.
Yeah, and that will take us to halftime with your Harlan Community Cyclones up 35-3 over the Sergeant Bluff-Luton Warriors.
An absolute just offensive explosion in the first half from Harlan. And if it continues in the second half, Harlan's in for a big night on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So we will take a break, but here at the end of the first half, 35-3, all Harlan here in the first half. You're watching HLTV Channel 15.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. We are about a minute away for getting the second half started. We're going to go over the first half stats. Shane, it's been all Harlan from the get-go. There was not, all but one offensive drive. It was all touchdowns.
Yeah, love to see this offense humming today.
Yeah, starting, Harlan has 13 first downs here in the first half to Sergeant Bluff's 4. On the ground, Harlan 13 attempts, 100 yards rushing. And for Sergeant Bluff's 17 attempts, 44 yards, as kind of Ellington was the main focus. We thought we were going to kind of see him be more of a factor here, but Harlan shut him down in the first half.
I was going to say, we've definitely seen him. He's just been tackled right away.
In the air, Harlan leads that as well as it. Will Arkfeld, 11 for 15, 241 in the air to Sergeant Bluff's 49 yards in the air. So that brings the total offense to Harlan's 341 yards of total offense to Sergeant Bluff's 93. Both teams committed 3 penalties in the first half. Harlan's for 15 yards and Sergeant Bluff's for 25. No turnovers on either side.
Well, that is... I guess maybe Sergeant Bluff recovered that fumble because Harlan had that strip on the 4th down.
That's true. Yes. So Harlan does have a.
I don't know if
turnover.
If Harlan recovered it or Sergeant Bluff did. It was 4th down, so it was Harlan's ball regardless.
But nonetheless, if Harlan's offense explodes here in the second half, we're looking at some continuous clock. We're looking at second string getting to play, and that's exactly what you want to see when next week we have probably the biggest game of the year so far against Creston at Creston.
Yeah, and another thing we get to see is some more good Cyclone football.
Absolutely. Will Arkfeld, we said it a lot the first half, but elite ball placement tonight, just putting it on the numbers, hasn't really put it in danger, had a great check down run for 11, just still doing his best game managing that he's done all year.
Yeah, I think he really only had the one pass winded down in the second quarter where Joe Hardy was there to bat it away, almost came up with a pick. But other than that, he has been on the money all night.
Yeah, and we're finally seeing Noah Schmidt get some room. And like we said in the first half, he is due for a big game. And this is definitely the game for him. Sorfenden popped in a couple times for the running back, put it in the end zone twice. And it's just been this whole Harlan offense, a different kind of outlook than we've seen the last couple of weeks, but that's what you want to see when this is the first week of 3A district play.
Yeah, as both teams getting ready to take the field here, and we'll look for Harlan to come out and just keep putting it to him.
Yeah, Harlan put some points on the board right before the half there, so they will kick the ball to Sergeant Bluffs. And if you're Sergeant Bluffs, Shane, you got to get something going offensively. They found a little bit of success, one drive, but that was mostly running, and you need the clock on your side if you need some points.
Yeah, they've got to figure something out. 93 yards of total offense.
Yeah,
they've got to get something going. But again, this stingy Harlan defense probably not going to give much.
When you have your leading rusher over 500 yards coming into this game, and collectively you have 44 yards on the ground, Shane, that's not going to win you games here at Merrill Field.
As Elmer set to take the kick.
And the second half is underway.
Going with a little pooch kick, and that's going to trickle out of bounds.
As we kind of almost got a recovery before the half there on that type of kick. Maybe they were going for that as well again, but just slipped outside.
Yeah, as we've seen a few different styles of kicks coming out of Elmer. He had a nice driven one for a touchback, the squibbish onside kick, and now went with a little bit of pooch kick. Just not quite enough height on it.
No, and kind of gives this Sergeant Bluff's offense great field position starting in the second half. That's what they kind of need if they want to get back in this game, as this will be a quick pass to the flat and incomplete.
Yeah, as Landon Kaufman just fighting through that block. I don't know if that was really going to amount to anything anyways.
It looked like he was 3 yards short, whether there was anybody covering or not. I don't know if that was a rush throw, because Hoffman got hit quite a bit in the first half, so he knows he has to deliver the ball quick. As this will be Ellington up for about 2, 3.
Tough sledding for this Sergeant Bluff rushing attack right now. You got to think they got to try and push it down the field through the air.
They have to. Ellington is your star back. Maybe get him in the slot or something if he can catch. But running the ball is not going to erase a 32-point deficit.
As Harlan getting up close in coverage.
They're coming and almost gets there, as this is complete, and he's got some room, and he's out, and Sears is going to get to him. He's got the ball down.
They're going to whistle him down. He got the ball out, but they're going to whistle him down.
As that will be questionable there for sure, as it looked like that ball was out before he hit the ground.
I thought it was close, but again, real time, got to go with that call. And the Warriors out with a big gain to start the second half.
That was Gavin Warren, but what about the chase down from Gade Sears from the back? That's his third strip of the game, if you really kind of just go off of. A lot of them didn't count, but he's been able to get the ball out. So this is a run play to Ellington.
As we'll see how stingy this Harlan defense gets.
So 2nd and 7, ball on the 14. After that big gain, it kind of looks like Sergeant Bluff came out with kind of a new game plan, because we haven't really seen this air attack be that lethal. As this will be a read option to the far side, and Harlan again just on the edge, can stop anything.
They really are just so quick to the ball. I mean, Ellington looks like he has the edge, and then Harlan's got 3 or 4 defenders there.
In a hurry, too. It's open for a split second, and then Harlan just slams the door shut. Ellington can't get anything going on the outside. Obviously, he looks like more of the outside type of rusher. So 3rd and 9, ball in the 16. As they'll look to the air, he'll roll out here to the near side. And
sets his Quinn Kester's over on the pass breakup. Tough throw for Hoffman there, trying to throw it across his body to the near sideline.
He had the man, like, he got a hand on it, but yeah, definitely might have been incomplete either way, but Harlan was about 3 Cyclones were right there.
As Dixon will come on, and they will, looks like, attempt another field goal, as he was good from about 41 earlier in the game.
He definitely has a leg on him. I would have taken 3 before the half, but they left 3 on the board trying to get 6. So they'll take some points this time, and the kick is up, and it is good for Sergeant Bluffs. So their first offensive drive here in the second half, Shane, results in 3. Harlan leads it 35-6, 9:24 left to go, and they are kicking to a very hot Harlan offense that's just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and Harlan driving down and getting that last touchdown at the end of the second quarter.
With ease.
Yeah, I mean, that air attack just looked lethal.
It did. I think the only time a defender was there on the receiver was in the back of the end zone when it was just a kind of up in the air grab type of throw.
As Harlan's going to have to at least pay attention, not get caught with an onside kick or anything here, because Sergeant Bluff's got to find a way.
Already almost 3 minutes off the clock here in the second half. Your offensive drive only I guess kind of converts into 3 points. So not the first drive that they wanted, but it's some points at least.
Yeah, and about the only way Sergeant Bluff's been able to keep the offense for Harlan scoring is when they aren't on the field.
That is very true. All but one time, Harlan's offense has not seen the end zone.
As they will kick this one deep to Kaufman, and he's going to bring it out off the bounce.
At about the 1, and he gets past the 15.
He comes up limping a little bit.
And he took a shot in the leg there.
Might be a little bit of a Charlie horse there. And Kaufman kind of caught in no man's land on that decision, as you weren't quite sure if that one was going all the way into the end zone.
It's better just to kind of take those out.
Yeah, heads up play to grab the ball and give the offense a little room to work with.
So first and 10, ball in the 17 for the Cyclones as they are in the I formation, as we will probably see a run-heavy second half, but
Artfeld fumbles the snap.
Was able to get onto it, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So second and 10, ball in the 17 still. Harlan mishandled that snap, was able to recover it.
As Artfeld jogs the play back to the huddle.
So second and 10, ball in the 17. Harlan leading 35-6. Back in the I formation. As this one will go to Schmidt, and he's got some daylight there up the middle.
Yeah, falls forward about 4 yards on that one, maybe. Maybe 5.
They're going to give him 5. So third and 5, ball on the 22.
Gotta love having third and manageable here.
And Harlan's been very good at converting third downs today in the air. And even Sorfinen, I do believe he broke a huge run on a third down. But it looks like Harlan will spread them. We have 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 off to the far. And they'll look to the air.
And they're going to go Joseph Rise across the middle, who's not easy to bring down.
No. And what a bring in for him as he
was dragging Gavin Warren around the field right there.
He's kind of been quiet all season on the offensive side, Shane, and tonight he's exploded here in the air. Kind of Will Arkfeld's favorite target tonight. And like you said, just a tough bring down. And Harlan will move the chains on a third down. So first and 10, ball in the 31. Harlan goes back to work with a fresh set of downs. And it'll be Noah Schmidt up the middle.
Yeah, Schmidt's fighting through a couple of arm tackles. He'll get about 6 there, it looks like is what 6 or 5 is what they're going to give him.
It looks like it's going to be 6. 2nd and 5.
And that will be a 5-yard gain.
I'm like 0 for 8.
Oh, for everything's like. As Arkfeld brings the play back in.
So just under 7 minutes to go. Harlan's offense takes over in this third quarter, Shane, and we really haven't seen any slowdown still from this offense.
Yeah, still just as potent as the first half.
2nd and 5, ball on 36 in the I formation, as it'll be a quick pass to the flat, and Eggers.
Yeah, Braden Eggers will get on to that, but the refs are going to whistle it incomplete as the offensive line went for cut blocks, and Eggers was open. Just tried to run before he caught the ball.
So another 3rd down for the Cyclones, 3rd and 5, as we see Kaufman come out on the field, and he left the field on a limping, so it's kind of nice to see him jogging out on the field. So another huge 3rd down for the Cyclones, as they'll have 3 receivers here to the near side. As he's going to go deep. And
deep to Eggers and
incomplete.
Pretty tight coverage. I thought Eggers had a step.
So for the second time tonight, we will see Harlan's punt team up 35-6. Shane, if you can keep the punting unit off under 5 plays, you're doing something right.
Yeah, and we'll have to see a little bit better blocking out of the punt unit this time.
As the first punt was blocked.
And Rise with much better protection gets the punt off, and Gavin Warren has nowhere to go.
No, I think he was able to take maybe 2 steps before 3 Cyclones were right down the field.
Yeah, and those 3 steps were horizontally, not gaining anything.
No, north-south, not east-west in football. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, and this is their second offensive drive of the second half. First one resulted in a field goal, and they are down 29 with 6:18 to go. And we're going to see if Sergeant Bluffs has any kind of drive here in the second half. They got to get it going now. As they look to the air, they got a man wide open down the field, and it'll be incomplete. As he had his man beat and just could not come up with the pass.
Yeah, it looks like the Cyclones just got caught on a double move there. And fortunately for the Cyclones, Warren wasn't able to come down with it.
As Weston Rice was the one covering, and like you said, just kind of got caught on the double move there.
Yeah, and they'll give it back to Ellington, who has nowhere to go.
As that's kind of been his story all day, and if you really look at the stats heading into this game, Shane, like me and you were looking at, that would kind of seem impossible to see him have a bad game, as he is kind of the leading rusher here in 3A.
Yeah, and again, not sure where he's getting most of his yards, if it's up the middle or the outside, but he's got nowhere to go up the middle against Harlan, and they are shutting the door on the outside as
that
Warren's
pass will be
just
incomplete.
Barely overthrown.
As Warren's been kind of the main target, but yeah, just overthrown him. But that was deep coverage there as well for Harlan, as he had about 2 Cyclones.
There's 3 Cyclones in that area.
So 4th and 9, ball on the 33, and we will see a punting unit for Sergeant Bluffs.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe the Cyclones can get a block punt of their own.
As beautiful punt down the field, and Harlan will get it about the 27, and Landon Kaufman
gets it out
past
to about
the 30.
the 31. Really, I thought he had a little bit of daylight, but Sergeant Bluff just filled those gaps in a hurry.
Yeah, at least he was able to get some positive yards, but he's always kind of a dangerous one to break it free. So 1st and 10, ball on the 31, and Harlan, I do believe a score here, Shane, will kind of ice this game up as they are in the I formation. Sears here into the near side, and it'll be Noah Schmidt up the middle, and he's got a big gain for the Cyclones.
Yeah, he looked to have
about 6 there.
6 yards.
2nd and 4, ball on the 37. So just under 5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Harlan still leads 35-6, but this offense is back on the field and they've been scoring at will. So in the I formation, Arkfeld will look to pass, and he's got Sears, and that'll be incomplete as Sears kind of had to really stretch for that one. As
looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there. Arkfeld trying to lead him, and I don't know if Cade was quite expecting to be led there.
I think he was kind of on his way to do an out route and just didn't see the ball coming, but almost came up with it anyways on that pass attempt. So 3rd and 4, ball on the 37 for the Cyclones, as we'll have 3 receivers here to the near side. That's Rice, Sears, and Eggers. And he will look to Noah Schmidt.
Schmidt's out of the backfield looking for contact. Love to see it out of the running back.
And I think everybody's eyes were on the wide receiver. Completely forgot that Noah Schmidt's coming out of the backfield. Just a little dump play there to Noah Schmidt, and he gets enough for the 1st down and more. So Harlan, fresh set of downs here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 48 on the right side of the 50 for him.
And they'll come out in the I.
As that was Brody Bendorf there on the little fullback dive.
And it looks like Brody's cramping up a little bit.
Nice little sportsmanship there as Sergeant Bluff's going to help him out.
And
that'll be an injury timeout on the field, so we will take a break with 3:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching HLTV Channel 15. Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. 3:46 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Harlan leads 35-6. Looking at a 2nd and 7, ball in the 45 for the Cyclones, as this will be a run for Noah Schmidt up the middle, and he'll fall forward for a 1st down.
Yet again, Schmidt's falling forward.
As it looked like he was going to fall backwards, but
yeah, just keeps fighting for those extra yards.
As they're going to mark him a yard short. I thought he got the 1st down.
Regardless, 3rd and a few inches, it looks like.
3rd and 1. As Noah Schmidt, his night just keeps getting better. As the last couple games, he definitely deserves this type of night.
As we'll see, Schmidt's at fullback and Sorfenden in the backfield.
As Sorfenden will get the carry, and he'll get enough for the 1st down, and
looks
ball's
like
out.
He fumbled.
And I think Harlan will recover.
Good awareness from the Cyclones to hop on that loose ball.
As it kind of seemed like right when he made contact, Shane, he had the ball up in the air. So definitely a lucky break for the Cyclones, but it is 1st and 10, ball on the 33. Keeps this offensive drive alive, and they have kind of controlled the 3rd quarter as well.
Yeah, just milking the clock right now.
As it's just over 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And we'll see a little flip-flop now. Sorf's the fullback.
And Harlan's going to go in the air. And he's got Sears.
And Sears shakes off a tackle, and he's going to walk into the end zone.
Just doing a Aiden Hall trot to the end zone, and Harlan will light up the scoreboard again. 6 more for the Cyclones, as Gade Sears was able to connect or get that reception off to the out route there and broke the tackle, and man, just like you said, just walked into the end zone, almost dared the defender to come try to tackle him. So 41-6 Harlan.
And you know what that means, Brian?
That's continuous clock.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if we're more excited or if Sergeant Bluff should be excited, because so the kick is up and good. Nolan Schwery, perfect on extra points tonight. 2:05 left to go here to third quarter. Harlan leads 42-6, and for Sergeant Bluffs, you gotta come out just slinging it now, trying to get any type of momentum through the air. Gotta get this quick strike offense going, get some points on the board, get back in this game.
Yeah, right now, Sergeant Bluff's biggest play has been that crossing route over the middle to Gavin Warren.
But, I mean, even with that now, Harlan could shut that down. We're not seeing any kind of offensive explosion from Ellington. So it'll be interesting to see what we see from Sergeant Bluffs if they try anything here. The kickoff from Elmer will be received at about the 17.
Yeah, and just, again, another little pooch kick. And it looks like they're just directing him away from Ellington right now.
So 1st and 10, ball in the 34, Sergeant Bluffs, as it looks like they're still trying to get the play in.
That's been a struggle for them all night. They've been kind of slow. Play clock's been winding down.
As we will be on the ground, and they got some kind of room there.
Yeah, and of all the running plays, their little counter play's probably been the one that works the most. However, after they run it a couple times, Harlan seems to key on it and shut it down.
We are seeing a different look defensively. We got some different numbers out there for Harlan, as you see, like Elmer out there and everything. Harlan's going to give some starters some rest here, and looking forward in our schedule, that's definitely a good thing when we're going against Creston next week. You want to be trying to stay away from injuries.
Yeah, as we kind of got the word. Creston was up 36-0 on Carroll at the half.
So it should be definitely a game of the week type of feel next week in Creston, no doubt there. So 3rd and 1 as Sergeant Bluffs looks to try to get a first down, and Harlan, I think they will stop him there.
Yeah, Brian, even with these backups in, they are just getting through the line.
They are, and able to stop Ellington, who I think at this time maybe thought he'd have a little bit more success against the second half, or the second string, but Harlan's second string just even better. So that'll be it for the third quarter. Harlan lights up the scoreboard in this quarter, up 42-6 on Sergeant Bluffs, as we will be right back. You're watching HLTV Channel 15.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa. Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano-D in Harlan, Iowa.
Family, Service, Community. SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment, including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. 4th and 1 for the Warriors, and they will get enough for the first down, as they keep their drive alive here in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just a nice little run around the far edge of the line, just enough to get the first down.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 45 for Sergeant Bluffs. As like we said before, we're seeing a lot of
and a bad snap,
and still on the ground.
Still on the ground.
Recovered by Harlan.
And I guess they're going to say Ellington had control at some point there when it was bobbling in his hand. So,
I mean, I don't know if these refs are just against fumble turnovers, but this is about the 5th one that Harlan's recovered, and they're going to say he's down. So 2nd and 14, ball on the 41 instead of a 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. So Sergeant Bluffs catches another break. And this will be a handoff to Ellington, and he's got some room and some good moves as he's out to the far side there.
And Elmer Argueta gonna track him down.
As that was kind of a huge truck stick move there, but he was able to hold on for the tackle. And for the first time tonight, we see Ellington kind of get some room.
Yeah, I haven't really seen him make too many people miss right now.
And yeah, he was making some good moves out there, so definitely want to look at Ellington more here in the fourth quarter as Harlan has their 2nd string in.
As it looks like Sergeant Bluff's getting some maybe subs in there. As Gavin Warren takes the snap and...
Oof, nice little stand up there, but Shane, the play clock was at 0 for at least 2 seconds there. As we're getting Mason Schultz checked in here for the Cyclones in linebacker. So 2nd and 10 for the Cyclones, or for the Warriors, excuse me, on the offense. And it's a run play right up the middle, and that'll be stopped there. So 3rd and 10, as I think Sergeant Bluffs kind of went with their 2nd string as well.
Yeah, they've got Gavin Warren handling the quarterback duties right now.
As it's kind of just to the point now where they just kind of want to get out of here with something. So 3rd and 9, ball on the 26. As this will be a read option to the far side there, and that'll be enough for the first down. So 1st down for the Warriors. Ball on the 16, so Sergeant Bluffs kind of knocking on the door here late in the fourth quarter.
And another run from the Warriors. And the Cyclones will bring him down after about a gain of 5 or 6.
As I thought I saw a flag on there, but I think it was just a football in the backfield.
Yeah, there absolutely was no flag on that play. So
2nd and 5. Ball on the 11 for Sergeant Bluffs. Trying to get something going here. Maybe something in the end zone.
As they'll go back to their jet sweep.
And this will be...
As Quinn Kesters is going to drag him down.
As even then, he had to almost run all the way to the sidelines. Harlan just stopping everything off to the edge there.
Yeah, and that's going to put him at a 6-yard loss back to 3rd and 9.
As they've been trying that all game, Shane. It seems like Harlan answers the call every time off to the edge. So 3rd and 9, ball on the 15. As Mason Schultz gets in there for a about a 3-yard loss there as he came off the edge in a hurry, untouched, and he was right there.
Yeah, and he might as well have just taken the handoff himself, Brian.
So a good play from Mason Schultz, big number 28 there, and the linebacker position is he came off the edge there, Shane, pretty quick as he, like you said, met him right at the handoff. So 4th and 12 for the Warriors.
Yeah, and they're leaving the offense out there.
As a slow snap or a low snap there,
and good
incomplete.
Defense.
So a turnover on downs for the Warriors as promising drive ended up in a couple.
As Shane Noeth back there on the coverage.
Yeah, a couple lost yard plays, puts them back to 4th and 12, and Harlan will take over on the 18.
And we'll see how the Harlan offense comes out now.
As it looks like Gabe Arkfelt, in for the Cyclones as the quarterback. As we have a late sub in there.
As Harlan's going to take a timeout.
Like we're seeing some new numbers here come out there. So a little bit of late swap for the Cyclones, have to burn a timeout. So we will take a timeout. You're watching HLTV Channel 15. Welcome back to HLTV Channel 15. 5:39 left to go here in the game. Harlan leads it 42-6 as they look to kind of bleed the clock here and come out of here with a big win on opening night in district play. As this will be a handoff, and he's going to keep the legs moving.
And that was Aiden Redmond Stevenson on that one.
So it looked like a play that was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Shane goes for 5. He kept those legs moving and just kind of moved the defenders with him. Able to gain 5, which looked like a lot better than the original result was going to be about a 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 5. Ball in the 3 for the Cyclones as they are in the I formation again. A quick pass out to
looks like Spencer Fink. And he kind of just had to absorb some contact as he caught the ball.
Unfortunately, Harlan goes backwards on that play. But trying something new there.
Yeah, that quick hitter's been successful for the first string, and that was a nice little worked play. Just Sergeant Bluff closed on it in a hurry.
Yeah, so 3rd and 8, ball in the 20 for the Cyclones. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the game. And Harlan trying to get a first down to keep this offense going. As he'll look to the air, and he'll be flushed out. And he'll just end up throwing. We have a late flag there. Might be a block in the back for Harlan.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to call. I thought the defender just kind of tripped over his own feet. Ref looked back. There's a lineman near him, and it may be a cheap little call there.
Unfortunately, that was right in front of the ref. Not sure if you're going to get away with that.
As it will be a block in the back, but they're going to decline it and bring a Cyclone 4th down.
Only their 4th down of the night, Shane. So, I mean, that's a win in itself.
Yeah, the Cyclone offense has been humming, like I've said a couple times.
So we'll see some more late subs as Dallas McDowell back to punt for the Cyclones. And a high snap.
High snap, but it's caught, and he gets it off.
A good hurry-up punt. It's going to be bad field position.
I mean, yeah, not the best punt, but that's a scramble to get the kickoff off that snap.
Right, a lot better than 6 points there if it gets over your head. So good field position for the Warriors. Not the punting special teams we wanted to see there, but just a heads-up play to get it off your foot.
Yeah, and we'll see how this stout Cyclones defense comes out for this drive.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 24. Just under 3 to go as Sergeant Bluffs will put it on the ground again and
Yeah,
again.
the Warriors really loving that jet sweep. But right there,
Dallas McDowell again.
Dallas McDowell chasing him down.
As again, they still try everything to the edge, Shane, and that option has been cut off all night. And Sergeant Bluff still has not picked up on that memo.
Yeah, this Cyclone defense just showcasing a lot of speed tonight. And right there, Dallas McDowell again.
We'll get to him.
You know, he's really making up for that punting unit debacle.
Heads up play to get it off his foot. Then he comes up with 2 big tackles for losses. And the first string, Shane, the defensive line is the showcase. This second string, I think it's more so the linebackers, because we've seen some big plays from Dallas McDowell from the linebacker position. Mason Schultz had a tackle for a loss earlier. We have a scrappy defense again, and Dallas McDowell in there on that tackle one more time.
Yeah, but let's not forget, this D-line is getting a lot of push up there on a lot of plays as well.
So 4th and 10, ball on the 24, Shane, and this offensive drive kind of going nowhere for the Warriors. As Harlan was able to stop him the last 4th down. See if they can do it again. As they'll keep it on the ground, up the middle.
And he fights for not a first down.
No. A lot of Cyclones there to bring him down. So that'll be a turnover on downs with under a minute to go here. Continuous clock. Shane, Harlan will improve to 3-1 tonight as they more than likely will hang on to this game. 42-6 over Sergeant Bluffs. And what a game it was for the Cyclones.
Yeah, this offense really just put it to them.
Yeah, they could do no wrong all night.
And the defense as well came out with something to prove.
As we'll get a handoff here.
And what a move from Aiden Redmond Stevenson, and he is still fighting.
Still going almost to the 50 as somebody's got to tell that kid we're just trying to kill the clock. He was going for 6.
I thought he might get it for a second there.
He was breaking some tackles. The spin move definitely on display there, but Harlan will just let the clock run, and that'll be it. Harlan will win it 42-6. And Shane, this offensive explosion happened, and it happened fast in the first half. Kind of buried him at halftime, 35-6, and Harlan iced it in the second half.
Yeah, 35-3 at half, and then Sergeant Bluff comes out and gets a quick field goal, and that was it.
Yeah. So opening night of district play, Harlan ends it with a win. They improved to 3-1. Sergeant Bluffs falls to 1-3. Next week, Harlan travels to Creston, and that'll be probably 3A's game of the week, as that is definitely big-time playoff potential.
Yeah, and be excited to be there and have you listening in.
That's right. So that's all for us here live at Merrill Field. Harlan wins it 42-6. I'm Brian Martin, Shane Conrad on the other mic, and Jonathan North on the camera. Thank you for watching HLTV Channel 15.